What's going on, everyone? So today I'm going to be doing a video on my Trx4 back here, and I'm going to be talking about the top 5 upgrades that I would recommend doing. Now this does apply for all the Trx4 models, so the Bronco, the 6x6, the Sport, the Defender, all the other ones that are out there, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the first one I would recommend doing is the servo. The stock servo that comes out of the Trx4 is not terrible. It's just a little slow and is not exactly that fast and doesn't have that much torque. So you put it under an area where rocks are squeezing on both sides. It doesn't want to turn that well, and they do go out pretty quick. Mine went out within a couple weeks of having it. You can always get it replaced. It's like the 2075X. It's not that good of a servo, so I would recommend upgrading to an EcoPower 120T with a metal servo horn, just so you don't risk having a high power servo and then your plastic servo horn breaking. I'll put a link down below to all the products in this video, and this servo is around $70, which is a really good price for, you know, a servo that has a lot of torque. It's got good power, and the cool thing is you can run it on high voltage, so a BEC high voltage 7.4 volts, or just a regular, which I think is 6 volts. So that's really nice. You can have extra power to turn stuff, and yeah, I would definitely recommend that. It just helps the truck's performance and helps it turn more. So yeah. Moving into the steering category, number 2 is going to be the Hot Racing steering link bar for the front, if that's how you say it. It is a really good piece because it the stock bar hits on the differential cover, so it rubs on it, and then that starts rubbing, and you're not getting your full 45 degrees of steering radius that Traxxas advertised. So with this, it's bent out a little bit, as you can see here, and it helps it turn all the way without rubbing on the differential cover. Now this was around, it was super cheap. It was like $7. It's aluminum, and link down below to it. Now next thing is kind of a different one. It's not exactly an upgrade, but I would call it an upgrade. It's the fender kit for your Trx4. It's really handy because, you know, the Sport does not come with fenders, as you can see. So I ended up putting fenders on it, as you can see right here. And it just looks a lot better. It also keeps debris out, you know, the bottom of it. So it's pretty cool to have the fender kit. It's only like around $20, something like that. It's really not expensive. So the reason I would recommend doing this one is because, first of all, it keeps some stuff. It keeps most of the debris out of your car. And then second, you gain this little battery tray for the front, and you can fit like 1300s. You can fit 2200s. People fit the Gen Z's 4300s, the high voltage packs. And so it's cool because if you want to get some more front weight, you can actually purchase this fender kit, and it has that. Now this is only the models that do not have fenders with them. I know the Bronco does, the Defender does, the tactical unit does, and yeah, so I definitely recommend getting this because it's really helpful. Next, number 3 is brass. So I would recommend getting some type of brass weight. The ones I got are these they're Yeah Racing brass portal covers, and they're about 76 grams each, I believe. So they add some good weight to the front, and they're not exactly visible unless you turn, and you can kind of see them from here. Let's see if I can see. They are right there. That little part right there, and then can't really see them. Yeah. anyways, that is them right there. And they just help add a lot of weight to the front. Not too much though, to where it starts stressing your tires and stuff. And I believe those were around $36, $40. They're pricey. So anything in the front, it could be a differential cover, it could be the actual portal covers, or these ones that just go over the portals. It could be beef tubes, it could be really anything, just to get some weight. If you add too much, it really starts putting a damper on your steering power, and then your tires start sagging down. I've seen rigs that have so much weight to where the actual tires are sagged all the way down, and it's just not the best. People have different opinions on it, and that's fine. I would just recommend adding a little weight to the Trx4, because, for instance, the Trx4 Sport is not that top heavy. The Defender is, the Bronco's a little more, because they got the roof rack and all that stuff. And that would be a separate video if I had one of those. So yeah, just some type of brass weight. Okay, so it's actually number 5. The last one would be some type of ESC. I chose the 1080 ESC. That's a really good option for really any crawler. It's like $42, and it's a really good ESC for any of your crawlers. The stock one is not bad at all. It just doesn't have that much functionality, and doesn't have, it'll work for a bit, could go out. I've seen ones that have caught on fire, I've heard of it. And it doesn't have that much options for programming it, whereas the 1080 has lots of options for programming it. You can do drag brake, you can do like BEC, you can do tons of different things. Like, there's so many different things. So it's a really good ESC for the money, and it's just going to have a lot more low end control too, so you can really be able to crawl with it. Now the reason I'm not saying to upgrade the motor is because it's really not that bad. That could be something later on if you wanted to, but these are just the ones I would actually say you spend on, and then the ones that you save on is what I'm not mentioning, like the motor, the tires, the battery tray, and other things like that. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you get an understanding of what kind of upgrades you should do on your Trx4. I will link all these upgrades down below. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to comment down below, and we'll catch you in the next one.